God. Oh, shit. Hi, everyone, and welcome to It's Time for Keto. My name is Donna Levy, and for those of you who don't know me, I've been a registered nurse for 38 long years, and I have helped over 30,000 patients take care of their bodies, take care of their brains, helped them with their diabetes, did a lot of education. And so now I am here to tell you really about my weight loss journey and why I became health obsessed throughout my life. Okay, so I was born to an Italian Polish family, so you know what that means: food, food, food. And I was always a good eater. They quoted me as being a good eater. However, I was overweight my entire life. The whole time I was a child, I was fat. I was fat. You know, I ate my fruit, I ate my vegetables, I ate my protein. You know, my mother praised me when I, ate my whole plate. And it made me fat. That's all there was to it. I was the heaviest child. I went to Catholic grammar school. So that went from 1 to 8th grade. So in 8th grade, we're like 13, 14 years old. And I was on Weight Watchers, right? My mother put me on Weight Watchers. She's a lifetime member. My mother never really had a problem with weight. She had maybe like 10 or 15 pounds that crept up on her, post-menopause and that. So she was lifetime member Weight Watchers. So she put me on Weight Watchers. I could never fit into pants. Yep. Never, ever, ever. Everybody said, oh, we didn't know that you had any weight to lose. Well, I carry all my weight in my legs, in my butt, and a little bit in my belly, not too much. But that's where I carry my weight. That's the toughest, I think, to get rid of, because women lose weight from their head down. So guess what? By the time you get to my legs, my upper is pretty lean. So yeah. So I went to rabbinical school, and guess what? Nursing school first, and guess what happened in nursing school? Nursing school, you had a ticket and you got fed. You got fed anything you wanted. And guess what they had? They had like an ice cream store, basically, that you could help yourself, make your own sundaes, make as many cones as you wanted. I swear I ate a tub of ice cream a week there. And, and then all we did was go to anatomy lab, chemistry lab, and home to really study. And because it was a difficult school. And it was mostly girls too. So the dating thing wasn't really priority for people who went there. So, yeah. So when I graduated school, I got a job, of course, nights. And nights just really wreaks havoc with your whole body, your whole system. And so I was 175 pounds. I am 5'2" and a half-ish. And I was 175 pounds. And it was really difficult to lose. So, of course, the diet thing starts happening. Oh, maybe I'll do Weight Watchers. That didn't work. Then I went to Nutri System, where they give you the food and you do your vegetables. That worked, but that was calorie restriction. I didn't really know what I was doing. And so over, a period of 4 years, I gained the weight back. Then I went on this starvation thing where I drank Tab and Diet Coke, and I ate, are you ready for this? 1 roll of saltines a day. That's 240 calories, I think. And I had no fat and no protein. I lost weight, quickly gained it back. Okay. So then over the next, 6 years, I would do severe calorie restriction. I was miserable all the time. I was hungry all the time. And I was weighing 130 to 146. That was where my body wanted to be. And that's overweight for me. I should be somewhere, the low end is about 104. To 115. That's really where my body type is supposed to be. I could never get there. Then I was on pediatric oncology and I had TMJ. So I had to have jaw surgery. So I only did liquids for 6 weeks. And yes, the weight came off, but as soon as my jaw was open, I gained all the weight back. So doing this yo-yo dieting constantly. And I tried Optavia. Then I went to a coach and I did the bodybuilder's diet. That never worked for me. Their concept is to eat every 3 hours, keep your body metabolism. No, I gained weight. I was starving all the time because my insulin was constantly going up. Every time you eat, your insulin goes up. And guess what? That's fat storing. So I wasn't going to be able to lose any fat. It was ridiculous. And then I did go to rabbinical school in my 40s, and I was poor. I actually worked as a visiting nurse service in New York, and I was going to school part to full time. So guess what? I didn't really have a lot of time to exercise. I would get up and go to the gym at 4:00 in the morning. Yes, 4:00 in the morning, and there were tons of people there. But it's New York, and people work weird hours. And but I said, you know what? Nothing's working for me, so let me try protein. So then I went on this protein kick. So whenever there was a sale for tuna fish, it was 59 cents a can. I would go. They would limit you to 10 cans a day. I would go like 7 days in a row, to get like a ton of cans. And it was funny. A friend came over and she opened my cabinet one day and she said, "This looks like a food pantry for tuna fish." And yes, that's how much tuna fish I had. And the other thing was hard-boiled eggs. So I would make egg salad. I would eat the hard-boiled eggs like it was. I'd make it with mayonnaise because I'm still doing low-fat, high-protein. It worked for a while, but I could never budge that like 135, 130 mark. I still was never, super lean. And that was just my goal. I have a family history of diabetes and a family history of cancers. So I am so focused now that I'm 60 on really pushing any of that genetics off, or actually changing my genetics on those diseases. So now what happened is recently I joined a business and they started coming out. They do hormone balancing and they started coming out with keto stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'll try keto. I didn't lose any weight on keto. Why? Because I wasn't measuring appropriately. I wasn't looking at my vitamins, my minerals. I was eating the wrong fat. I was eating a lot of fat. I was eating a lot of protein, too much protein for my body. We don't really need that much protein. So I said, okay, it was January. I was turning 60 in June. I said, I'm going to do this. So I started following several physicians, several gurus in healthy keto with intermittent fasting, because I always did better with fasting. There would be days, when I worked in the hospital, I could not eat. It was just too busy. We were so busy that we would miss lunch, or if I was working evenings, we would miss dinner. So guess what? I would be fasting like this whole time. And then when I got off work, I would eat. And that really, I felt great doing that. I didn't, sometimes I'd get a little hangry, but most of the time I felt good. And I was never, ever a breakfast eater. So giving up breakfast was so easy for me. So I'm just saying that I have hacked a system and I have joined a health coach. My friend is a health coach, Marie Rubbinaccio. And now we have incorporated our coaching with this lifestyle. She has also been able to hack her body. She's never been able to lose weight. She just lost 21 pounds. I've lost 36 and a half pounds. and other people in our group that we have now are losing weight. And guess what? We're eating food, like really good food. You know, this whole concept of our insulin being out of whack and something called insulin resistant is, which I realize I am, is not our fault. You know, there is sugar in every single food you eat. 80 to 85% of the foods in a grocery store has added sugar. And so over a long period of time, our exposure to that sugar makes us resistant, and our cells become resistant, and we get an outpouring of insulin in our body to bring our blood sugar down. And guess what? That's fat storing. So every time you eat, every time you pack away carbohydrates, you're doing a fat storing activity to your body. So between those two, of being on a great healthy keto diet and there's variations. There's a Mediterranean keto, there's an easy keto, there's healthy keto, there's a lot of keto diets that you can follow. There's even vegan keto. And some intermittent fasting where, you know, you fast for 20 hours, you eat within a 4-hour period. You can do an 18-hour and a 6-hour eating window that gives you lunch and dinner like normal. And you fit this into your lifestyle and you use it as a way to control your weight. And it's very healthy, and many physicians are getting on the bandwagon. There's so much research going on. Cardiologists are using this in their practice. Definitely endocrinologists, diabetic doctors are using this, and definitely bariatric doctors, the obesity doctors. So yeah, if you would like to learn more about this, you could go to, I have a Facebook page, and it's talking about keto. It's Donna Levy RN, healthy living keto diet. So just go to my I'll link the Facebook page because I keep on changing the name. And also you'll see when our next coaching group will happen. And if you'd like some information on that, just let me know. So I hope you have a really great day, and don't ever think that you're alone in this journey. I suffered for 46 years of trying to figure this out. I searched everywhere I can possibly think of. I've been on every single diet. I've been on the Hollywood diet. I've been on the Dukin Diet. I've tried everything to lose this weight, feel great, and not have brain fog, and to have a healthy body and a healthy brain. And this is what works. I am telling you, just give it a try. It will work for you. Okay, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. And, you know, it's time for keto. Bye. Take care. We'll see you soon.